Ordon, thank you so much for talking to us. First of all, we love that you are a desert resident. You love it here.
I
So
sure
we love
am.
having you.
Over 20 years now, and I love NBC.
We love to hear that. That is so wonderful. And, I heard some very interesting news, and I'm so glad you're willing to share it with us. Tell us about your personal experience with COVID-19, Dr. Ordon.
This was back in January before the pandemic really hit and we were isolating, et cetera. I was in Seattle. I realized that the symptoms associated with what I was having was a little different than flus that I've had in the past, specifically the night sweats, fever, and chills that I had at night, and finally this deep-seated cough that I sort of had in the middle of my chest.
So then, being a doctor, a physician, what did you do?
Well, then things started blowing up, and I isolated myself as if I had the flu for the next really 14 days away from my wife, my daughter. We were not taping at that time. I didn't see patients, and I got better. I went in locally, Rancho Mirage, at Floor Women's Health in their laboratory. Dr. Jacone, great guy, great colleague. They did my antibody testing, and yes, I tested positive. Probably the biggest takeaway, my experience that I want to share is it doesn't give me an excuse to let my guard down, because we're not sure if you can get reinfected. We're not sure if I can still pass things on. So we still need to practice all of those guidelines that are in place, using our PPEs, distancing, and following their guidelines before we get back into everything.
And of course, May is National Melanoma Awareness Month. So we who live in the desert, I know we're so, concerned about COVID-19, but we need to remember sun protection. So talk to me a little bit about the concern about sunscreen and being mindful of our beautiful sunshine.
Sandy, you're so right on there. And that's a great segue that with this COVID-19 just taking over everything, important point, we can't lose sight of other medical issues. To your point, wear that sunscreen, lather that on. It's a shot glass full. You've got to reapply it after a few hours. Wear that wide brim hat, wear those sunglasses. Make sure you put it on your ears and the other exposed parts of your body. And the other thing is watch your body. Be vigilant. Look for any change in lesions on your body.
Well, Dr. Ordon, out of all of this, your personal ordeal, what has been your silver lining?
The silver lining? Well, if you can beat this, if you do the things that we advocate, if you have underlying medical problems, make sure that you have those under control, and do the things that you can do to boost your immunity, eating right, getting enough sleep, exercising.
Thank you so much, and I am so glad you're doing so well.
Thank you. Thank you. Love you, Sandy.